Hey there, and again, welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into something truly fascinating: 7 subtle signs. A woman might like you but is trying not to show it. Now, this isn't your typical list. This is all about the little things, the quiet cues, and those overlooked moments that often speak louder than words. If you've ever been in a situation where you're wondering, is there something more going on here? You're in the right place. But before we jump in, I want to ask you something. Are you part of our growing community here on the channel? If you're not subscribed yet, let me tell you why that matters. Every single day, I'm sharing insights, stories, and practical advice that can help you understand people, navigate relationships, and even gain a new perspective on life. If you've been enjoying the content so far or find value in what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It's quick, it's free, and it helps me bring you even more great content. So grab a seat, settle in, and let's uncover these 7 signs together. By the end of this video, you might see your own interactions in a whole new light. Number 1, she's attentive to your words. One of the most telling signs that someone might have feelings for you is their attentiveness. When a woman likes you but is trying not to show it, she might display her interest by carefully listening to what you say and remembering the details that others might overlook. Here's why this matters and how it shows up. 1, she values what you say. The power of words. When a woman listens closely to your words, it's a clear indication that she values your thoughts and perspectives. This kind of attentiveness goes beyond surface-level politeness. It's a genuine engagement with what you're saying. She's not just hearing you, but actively processing and remembering your words, which shows that she places importance on your opinions and experiences. Examples of her attentiveness: remembering details. Perhaps you mentioned a book you're reading or a project you're working on, and she brings it up later, asking how it's going or sharing her thoughts if she's familiar with it. Following up if you've shared something significant, like an upcoming challenge event, she might check in afterward to see how it went. This follow-up shows she's not only listening but also invested in your well-being. Acknowledging your insights. She may reference something you said in a previous conversation, highlighting that she's been reflecting on your ideas or considering your viewpoint too. She wants to build a connection. Subtle ways of showing interest. Attentiveness is a way of fostering connection without making her feel feelings overt. By engaging deeply with your words, she's creating a bridge of understanding and trust. Even if she's hesitant to express her emotions outright, this behavior reveals her desire to connect with you on a deeper level. How connection is built. Finding common ground, she'll notice shared interests or experiences and use them as a foundation for meaningful conversations. For example, if you both enjoy a particular hobby, she might dive into that topic enthusiastically, mirroring your energy. Without being obvious, she may subtly align her tone, pace, or level of enthusiasm with yours, creating a sense of harmony in your interactions, offering thoughtful responses. Instead of giving generic replies, she'll respond in ways that show she's truly engaged, often adding her own insights or asking questions to deepen the dialogue. 3, she shows genuine curiosity. The role of curiosity in relationships. Curiosity is a natural extension of attentiveness. When someone is interested in you, they're eager to learn more about who you are, what you care about, and how you see the world. A woman who likes you but is trying not to show it may express her curiosity in subtle ways, seeking to understand you better without making her interest too obvious. Signs of genuine curiosity: asking open-ended questions. She'll ask thoughtful questions that invite you to share more about yourself, such as what inspired you to get into that, or how did you feel about that experience? Exploring your interests if you mention a favourite activity or topic. She might take the time to learn about it, so she can engage in conversations with you more meaningfully. Noticing your reactions, she'll pay attention to how you respond to different topics or situations using these observations to guide future interactions. 4. She finds joy in supporting you. When someone listens closely, they're also more likely to remember what matters to you and offer their support in meaningful ways. For instance, if she knows you have an important presentation, she might wish you luck or ask how it went afterward. This kind of attentiveness demonstrates care and thoughtfulness. 2. She finds reasons to be around you when someone has feelings for you, but is trying to keep them hidden. Their actions often reveal more than their words. One of the most subtle yet telling signs is when a woman finds reasons to be around you. These reasons may appear casual or coincidental, but they often stem from her desire to spend time with you and build a connection below. We explore this behaviour in detail, breaking down the nuances and offering examples to help you recognise this sign while maintaining respect, affect, and understanding. When she initiates casual conversations, one of the most straightforward ways a woman might try to be around you is by initiating conversations. These interactions often seem casual on the surface, but they serve as an opportunity for her to connect with you. For instance, she might ask how your day is going, bring up a shared interest or recent event, seek your opinion on a topic she knows you're passionate about. For example, she might say, "I remember you mentioned you love hiking. Do you have any recommendations for good trails?" This seemingly innocent question not only allows her to engage with you, but also creates an opportunity for further interaction, such as planning a group hike. 2. She shows up where you are, while this doesn't mean she's following you. It's common for someone who likes you to make a conscious effort to be where you are. This could include attending events or gatherings. She knows you'll be at choosing to spend her lunch break near your workspace, joining activities or groups you're involved in. For instance, if you're part of a book club or volunteer organisation, she might express interest in joining. Her motivation isn't just the activity itself, it's also the opportunity to share experiences with you in a natural, low-pressure environment. 3. She asks for your help or advice. Another way a woman might find reasons to be around you is by seeking your help or advice. This gives her a valid reason to interact with you, while also showing that she values your opinion. Examples of this include asking for assistance with a task, such as fixing something or solving a problem, seeking your advice on a decision, like choosing between 2 options, requesting your input on a project or idea. For example, she might say, "I'm working on a presentation and could really use a second opinion. Would you mind taking a look by involving you in her process?" She creates an opportunity to spend time together and build rapport for. She joins group activities you're part of. If she's interested in you, she might take an active interest in group activities you participate in. This allows her to spend time with you in a relaxed and social setting. Examples include joining a sports team club or hobby group. You're involved in volunteering for the same CA or event, attending social gatherings, where she knows you'll be present, for instance. If you're part of a weekend cycling group, she might express an interest in cycling and ask to join, while her interest in the activity might be genuine. Her decision to join likely has a lot to do with wanting to spend more time around you. 5. She creates shared moments. Creating shared moments is another subtle way a woman might try to be around you. These moments often feel spontaneous, but are often the result of her intentional effort. Examples include suggesting you work together on a project or task, proposing a casual outing like grabbing coffee or lunch, asking if you'd like to check out an event or activity together. For example, she might say, "I heard about this new exhibit at the museum. Would you be interested in checking it out?" While this seems like a simple invitation, it's her way of creating an opportunity to spend quality time with you. 6. She extends conversations when a woman likes you. She might make an effort to keep conversations going. This could involve asking follow-up questions about your stories or experiences, expressing genuine curiosity about your interests, goals, or hobbies, sharing her own thoughts and experiences to keep the dialogue balanced and engaging. For instance, if you mention a recent trip, she might ask, "What was the best part of your trip, or do you have any other travel plans coming up?" Her goal is to keep the interaction flowing as she enjoys the connection she feels when talking to you. 7. She remembers small details when someone likes you. They often pay attention to the little things you mention, even if they seem unimportant at the time. She might remember your favourite coffee order or a specific snack you enjoy, bring up a hobby or interest you casually mentioned in passing. For instance, she might say, "I'm really busy this week, but I'd love to catch up. Are you free this weekend?" This effort shows that being around you is important to her, even if she's trying to downplay her feelings. 3, she acts differently around you. What it means and why when someone likes you but is hesitant to show their feelings. One of the most telling signs can be a noticeable change in how they behave around you. While these changes might be subtle, they often reveal a lot about what's going on beneath the surface. In this article, we'll dive deep into why someone might act differently when they're around someone they admire, and what these shifts in behaviour could mean. The reasons are rooted in human psychology, emotional self, protection, and genuine care. Let's explore this in detail. When she's nervous about making a good impression. One of the most common reasons someone acts differently around a person they like is that they're nervous about making a good impression. This nervousness often stems from wanting to be perceived positively. It's not that she's unsure of herself, it's simply that she's putting extra effort into being her best self. When you're around, you might notice signs such as fidgeting or restlessness. She might play with her hands, adjust her hair, or straighten her posture. When she sees you, pauses in speech. She might pause more often before responding. Not because she's unsure of what to say, but because she's carefully choosing her words. Overthinking, you might notice her correcting herself, mid-sentence or hesitating before speaking, which could be a sign she's trying to avoid saying the wrong thing. This behaviour is a natural response to wanting to leave a positive impression while avoiding any awkward moments. It's a subtle yet clear indication of her interest in you too. Her focus shifts towards you. People naturally pay more attention to those they admire, and this is no different when someone is trying to conceal their feelings if she acts differently around you. It might be because her focus is directed toward you more than it is toward others. This might not be overtly noticeable, but often manifests in small, meaningful ways. Here's what to look for. Attentive listening. She might pay closer attention to what you're saying, nodding or responding thoughtfully, even to casual remarks, remembering details. She might remember small things about you, such as your favourite drink, a story you told weeks ago, or your weekend plans, seeking your opinion when making decisions or sharing thoughts. She might value your input more than others, her focus on you. Whether she's consciously aware of it or not, is a sign that she holds your presence in high regard, even while trying to hide her feelings. These small shifts in attention often slip through 3. She's managing her emotions when someone feels strongly about another person, but is trying to keep those feelings hidden. Managing emotions becomes a priority. It's common for her to act differently because she's working to maintain composure while internally navigating her feelings. This might look like mixed signals. One moment she might seem warm and engaging, and the next she could appear more distant or reserved. This inconsistency often reflects her internal struggle to balance emotions and maintain a neutral front, avoiding eye contact if she's shy or nervous. She might avoid prolonged eye contact, especially during moments of vulnerability or shared laughter, appearing overly composed. She might overcompensate by acting overly formal or professional to prevent herself from showing too much enthusiasm. Managing emotions is a process. and her attempts to stay balanced might result in behaviors that seem out of character understanding. This can help you recognize the effort she's putting into keeping things under wraps for. She wants to avoid giving away her feelings if she's intentionally trying to keep her feelings hidden. She might act differently to avoid making her emotions obvious. This could include creating a deliberate sense of distance or formality between the two of you. Even if she doesn't behave that way with others, you might observe professional or neutral tone in conversations. She might stick to safe topics or avoid discussing anything too personal. Even if you've known each other for a while, avoiding being alone with you. She might prefer group settings over one-on-one interactions to avoid situations where her feelings might become apparent. Deliberate politeness. She could go out of her way to keep interactions polite and structured, steering clear of casual or overly friendly behavior. While this might feel confusing, it's often her way of protecting herself and maintaining control over how much she reveals. 5. She's protecting herself from vulnerability. Opening up about feelings can be scary, especially if she's unsure about how you feel. In return, acting differently might be her way of staying cautious, avoiding potential rejection, and giving herself time to observe your reactions before making any moves. 4. Her friends seem to know about you. A detailed explanation when navigating relationships. Understanding subtle signs of someone's interest can be both exciting and a little confusing. One meaningful yet often overlooked signal is when her friends seem to know about you before you've had much interaction with them. While this might seem like a small detail, it can reveal a lot about her feelings and intentions. In this article, we'll explore the reasons behind this phenomenon, why it matters and how to interpret it in a respectful and thoughtful way. Why this sign is significant when someone likes you, but is hesitant to express it directly. Their feelings often find subtle ways to show sharing thoughts, and feelings with trusted friends is a natural outlet for many people. If her friends seem to know details about you that you didn't share with them personally, it's a strong sign that you've been a topic of conversation. Let's break down the reasons why 1, you're a topic of conversation. One of the clearest indicators that she's interested in you is that she talks about you with her friends. This could range from casual mentions to in-depth discussions about your personality interests or interactions. People naturally talk about things and individuals that occupy their thoughts. And if you've made an impression, her friends will likely know about it. Details matter if her friends seem aware of specific aspects of your life, like your favourite hobbies, recent accomplishments, or even funny anecdotes. It's a sign that she's been sharing these details with them. This shows not only that she's been thinking about you, but also that she's found your qualities worth discussing. Frequency indicates interest if her friends know a lot about you. It suggests you're not just a passing mention. Repeated conversations indicate that you've been on her mind consistently. 2, she values her friends' opinions for many people. Friends play an important role in their lives, seeking their advice or simply sharing. Thoughts with them about someone they like is a natural part of building connections. If her friends seem to know about you, it could be because she values their input. Seeking validation, she might talk to her friends to confirm her feelings or to gain perspective. They might ask questions like, "What do you think of him?" Or "Does he seem like someone I could get along with?" This shows she's taking the situation seriously. Building confidence, sharing feelings with friends, can help her feel more confident about potentially opening up to you. It's a way of testing the waters and gauging how others perceive the situation. 3, friends as gatekeepers of trust. Friends often act as trusted confidants, and in some cases, gatekeepers who help ensure that someone's feelings are respected. If her friends seem particularly observant or interested in you, it could be because she's shared her feelings and they're quietly evaluating you on her behalf, observing your character. Her friends might engage with you or observe your behavior to determine if you're trustworthy or if your values align with hers, this isn't meant to be intrusive, but rather a way of ensuring their friend is making a good connection. Protective behavior: if her friends seem particularly warm, cautious, or curious, it's often a reflection of their care for her. They want to ensure she's safe and happy, so they may subtly probe to understand your intentions. 4. It's a subtle way of expressing interest for someone who's shy or hesitant to express their feelings directly. Talking about you with friends can be a safe and indirect way to show interest, while she might not openly share her emotions with you. Bringing you up in conversation with her friends allows her to express her feelings without vulnerability. A safe outlet talking to friends provides her with a way to explore her emotions without the risk of rejection. It's a way of processing her thoughts and feelings in a supportive environment. Indirect signals: if her friends mention that she's talked about you, it's often an indirect way of letting you know she's interested. This creates an opening for you to respond in kind. If you feel the same way, 5 friends may drop hints. Sometimes her friends might take it upon themselves to help her out by dropping hints or subtly encouraging a connection between the two of you. This could be through teasing, mentioning her in conversation, or even making observations about how well you two get along. Playful teasing: if her friends joke about the two of you spending time together or make light-hearted comments about your interactions, it's a sign they're aware of her feelings. Number 5, she goes out of her way to help you when someone genuinely likes you. Even if they're trying not to show it, their actions often reveal their feelings. One of the clearest, yet understated signs is when she consistently goes out of her way to help you. This behavior may seem subtle at first, but it carries significant meaning. When you look closely, let's dive into the reasons why someone's willingness to help is a profound indicator of their feelings and how to recognize the depth of their intentions. 1. She prioritizes your needs. One of the most telling aspects of someone going out of their way to help you is how they prioritize your needs. Even amidst their own busy schedule, when she likes you, she'll make you feel like your challenges and concerns matter deeply to her. This could manifest in different ways. Adjusting her schedule: she might reschedule her own plans to accommodate yours. For example, if you need assistance with a work project or an upcoming event, she'll find a way to fit it into her day. Even if it requires some personal compromise, being thoughtful instead of waiting for you to ask. She anticipates your needs. If she notices you're overwhelmed or struggling with something, she may step in without hesitation. Her priority isn't just about solving the problem, but ensuring you feel supported and valued. 2. Her efforts go beyond convenience. Simple acts of kindness are common, but someone who truly cares about you will take it a step further by offering help even when it's inconvenient for them. This isn't about obligation or politeness, it's about genuine care. Here's how to recognize this: she goes out of her way. Whether it's driving across town to assist you with something or staying up late to help you prepare for an important deadline, her actions demonstrate a level of effort that isn't superficial, it feels personal. Her help isn't generic or something she'd do for everyone. Instead, she takes the time to tailor her support specifically to your situation, making her efforts feel more meaningful. 3. She notices what you need without being told when someone likes you. They often pay closer attention to the details of your life. This attentiveness allows her to recognize when you need help, sometimes even before you realize it yourself. Here are examples of this anticipating your needs. She might notice that you're feeling stressed and offer to take care of something on your behalf, such as picking up an item for you or handling a task you've been putting off. Listening intently: her ability to help often stems from truly listening to what you're saying, even the things you don't explicitly state. For instance, if you casually mention a problem you're facing, she may later surprise you with a thoughtful solution, being observant. Beyond listening, she'll pick up on nonverbal cues like body language or tone of voice. This awareness enables her to understand your needs, without you having to spell them out. 4, she follows through on her offers. It's easy for people to offer help in passing without truly meaning it. However, someone who genuinely cares will follow through consistently. Her actions align with her words, which is a clear indicator of her sincerity, reliability. If she says she'll help you with something, she does. There's no need for reminders or follow-ups because she's already on it. This reliability shows that her offers to help aren't just empty gestures initiative. Sometimes she doesn't even wait for you to accept her offer. If she sees an opportunity to make your life easier, she'll take the initiative to step in and assist 5. She finds creative ways to support you. Helping someone isn't always about solving big problems. Sometimes it's about the small, thoughtful gestures that show how much she's paying attention to you and your needs, sharing resources. If she comes across an article, video, or tool that could benefit you, she'll share it without hesitation. For example, if you're working on a project, she might send you a helpful guide or suggest a resource to make things easier. Offering encouragement, emotional support is another way she goes out of her way to help. Whether it's a kind word, a pep talk, or simply being there to listen, she's consistently cheering you on from the sidelines, being thoughtful in the little things from remembering your preferences to surprising you with something. She knows you'll appreciate her efforts, reflect a deep understanding of who you are. 6, she consistently checks in on you. Someone who likes you but is trying to hide it might not openly express their feelings, but they'll still find ways to stay connected. Checking in on you is one such way. Regular messages or calls, even if it's under the guise of just checking in. Her consistent communication shows she's thinking about you and wants to ensure you're doing well. Remembering important details if you've mentioned something significant happening in your life. She'll follow up to see how it went. This could be anything from a work presentation to a personal milestone, offering help without prompting. She might ask, "Do you need anything?" or offer assistance with tasks. She knows you're juggling even without you asking for it. 7, her support feels genuine and unconditional. The most striking aspect of someone going out of their way to help you is the authenticity behind their actions. Her support doesn't come with expectations or strings attached. No quid pro quo. She's not helping you because she expects something in return. Her actions are purely driven by her care and regard for you, consistent over time. Her willingness to help isn't a one-off occurrence. It's a consistent pattern that reflects her deep-rooted desire to see you happy and thriving, encouraging your growth. Beyond immediate assistance, she'll also support your long-term goals and aspirations, whether it's by offering advice, connecting you with helpful people, or simply believing in you. Her actions show she's invested in your success. What this behavior reveals when someone consistently goes out of their way to help you. It's a sign of emotional investment, even if she's trying to keep her feelings. Under wraps, her actions often reveal her true intentions. Here's what her behavior might signify. She values your happiness. Her efforts to help you reflect a genuine desire to see you happy and stress-free. It's not about recognition, it's about making your life a little easier. She's paying attention. Her attentiveness to your needs shows that she's actively listening and observing, which are signs of someone who truly cares. She wants to build trust by consistently showing up for you. She's building a foundation of trust and dependability, key elements in any meaningful relationship. She feels a connection, her willingness to go. The extra mile suggests that she feels a connection with you, even if she's not ready to openly express it. How to respond if you recognize this behavior and suspect she likes you. It's important to respond with gratitude and respect. Here are some ways to approach the situation. Acknowledge her efforts, thank her for her help, and let her know you appreciate what she's done for you. Acknowledging her efforts shows that you value her support. Offer reciprocity. Look for ways to support her in return. Building a balanced dynamic of mutual care. Fosters trust and connection. Be respectful of her boundaries. Even if you suspect she likes you, it's essential to respect her pace and comfort level. Let her share her feelings in her own time. Consider your own feelings. Reflect on how you feel about her. If you share her feelings, you might consider opening up a dialogue about your connection. Number 6, she shows genuine concern for your well-being. One of the most telling signs that someone cares for you, even if they're trying to keep their feelings. Under wraps is when they show genuine concern for your well-being. This form of care is deep and heartfelt, often expressed in subtle but meaningful ways. It transcends surface-level interactions, demonstrating an investment in your happiness, health, and overall quality of life. Below, we delve into this topic in detail, breaking down the many ways this concern can manifest and what it might mean. 1, she notices when something's off. One of the first signs of genuine concern is her ability to recognize when something is bothering you, even if you haven't explicitly said anything. This attentiveness suggests that she's not only paying close attention to your words, but also observing your nonverbal cues. For instance, changes in mood. If you're quieter than usual or seem distracted, she'll likely pick up on it. She might ask something like, "Is everything okay?" or simply let you know she's there. If you need to talk physical cues, a slight slump in your posture, tired eyes, or even the tone of your voice might prompt her to check. In her awareness of these details reflects her care for your emotional state. Consistency over time, it's not a one-time thing if she regularly notices and addresses your well-being. It's a strong indicator that you're important to her. 2, she offers emotional support. When you're going through a challenging time, her presence and support can make a world of difference. Emotional support from someone who cares often looks like this active listening. She listens to you without interrupting or offering unsolicited advice. Her focus is on understanding your feelings rather than immediately solving your problems. Encouragement, she reminds you of your strengths and capabilities. When you're feeling down, her words are thoughtful and personalized, aimed at uplifting you. Empathy, she doesn't dismiss your struggles, no matter how big or small they may seem. Instead, she validates your feelings and provides reassurance. This type of support shows a level of emotional maturity and genuine care that goes beyond casual friendship. 3, she remembers important details about you when someone cares deeply about your well-being. They'll remember things about you that others might overlook. This could include your preferences. She knows your favorite coffee order, the kinds of books you like to read, or the type of music that cheers you up your schedule. She might call an important meeting event or milestone you've mentioned and check in afterward to see how it went. Your challenges, if you've shared a difficult experience or ongoing struggle, she'll remember and follow up to see how you're doing. This follow-up shows that she's not just listening, but also caring about the outcome. Her ability to retain and act on these details is a clear sign that you hold a meaningful place in her thoughts. 4, she goes out of her way to help action. Often speak louder than words. A woman who genuinely cares will often find ways to make your life easier, even if it's inconvenient for her. This could include practical support offering to help with tasks, whether it's something small like proofreading a document or something larger like assisting with a project or errand. Proactive solutions, she'll think ahead and offer solutions to problems you haven't even considered. Yet, for example, she might suggest resources or share advice tailored to your situation, time, and effort. Even when she's busy, she'll find time to help you. This willingness to prioritize your needs shows a selfless level of care and concern. These actions reflect her desire to see you succeed and thrive, even if she's trying to downplay her feelings. 5, she encourages you to take care of yourself. Another subtle but telling sign of her concern is how she encourages you to prioritize your well-being. This might manifest in different ways. Gentle reminders. She'll remind you to eat rest or take breaks when you're overworking yourself. These reminders come from a place of genuine care, not nagging healthy habits. She might suggest activities that promote your well-being, like exercising, meditating, or spending time in nature. Her suggestions often align with what she knows you'll enjoy or benefit from checking in if you've been under stress or not feeling well. She'll follow up to see how you're doing. This consistency shows her investment in your health and happiness. This encouragement often feels natural and thoughtful, reflecting her sincere desire to see you at your best. 6. She celebrates your wins when someone cares about you. Your success has become a source of joy for them as well. Here's how she might express this genuine enthusiasm. She's visibly excited when you achieve something. No matter how big or small her reaction feels. Heartfelt and encouraging, acknowledging milestones. She takes the time to congratulate you or even celebrate with you. For instance, she might send a thoughtful message or plan, a small gesture to mark the occasion, sharing in your happiness. Her pride in your accomplishments is evident, and she'll often emphasize how much you deserve via the success. This celebration of your wins highlights her investment in your happiness and fulfillment. 7. She checks in regularly. Consistency is a key indicator of genuine care. A woman who values your well-being will make an effort to stay connected even in small ways. Here's how this might look. Frequent communication. She sends messages to see how you're doing, often without any specific reason, other than to check in. Random acts of kindness. She might surprise you with a kind gesture, like sharing an article she thinks you'll enjoy, or sending a quick note of encouragement. Thoughtful timing. She reaches out when she knows you might need support, such as before a big event or after a tough day. These consistent efforts show that she's thinking about you and values your connection. 8. She's patient and understanding. Patience is another hallmark of someone who genuinely cares about you. This might show up in ways such as giving you space. She respects your need for a one-time or personal space without taking it personally, understanding your struggles. She's compassionate and non-judgmental when you're facing challenges, offering support without pressuring you to open up more than you're comfortable with. Being there when you're ready. She's always available when you need her, but she's careful not to overstep boundaries. Her patience and understanding demonstrate a deep respect for you as a person and a desire to support you in ways that feel comfortable and meaningful. 6. Why she gets nervous or fidgety around you. When someone likes you but is trying to hide their feelings, their emotions may manifest in subtle yet noticeable ways. One of the most common signs is nervousness or fidgeting when they are around you. This behavior stems from a variety of psychological and emotional factors that can be better understood with a deeper for exploration below. Is a comprehensive guide to why this happens, written in a way that emphasizes respect and understanding. 1. Overthinking how she comes across. When a person has feelings for someone, it's natural for them to become more conscious of their words and actions. She might worry about whether she's saying the right things, using the right tone, or behaving in a way that aligns with how she wants you to see her. This heightened self-awareness often leads to overthinking. Overthinking creates a ripple effect. She might replay conversations in her head, wondering if she sounded interesting or intelligent. This internal pressure to come across perfectly can manifest externally through small nervous behaviors, like adjusting her hair, tapping her fingers, or even stumbling over her words. These actions aren't deliberate. They're a natural response to feeling both excited and anxious at the same time. 2. Uncertainty about your feelings. One of the main reasons someone might appear nervous is the uncertainty of how their feelings will be received. If she's unsure about how you feel, it can create a heightened sense of vulnerability. This uncertainty often leads to second-guessing her actions and words, further amplifying her nervous energy. For example, she might hesitate before making eye contact, fumble with her belongings, or shift her posture frequently during conversations. These behaviours are less about discomfort and more about the internal dialogue she's having. Am I being too obvious? Does he think I'm acting strange? The lack of clarity about your feelings can make her cautious, leading to visible signs of fidgeting. 3. A desire to make a good impression. When someone values your opinion, they naturally want to make a good impression. This desire can result in her paying extra attention to how she presents herself both physically and conversationally. While this effort is well-intentioned, it can sometimes backfire, as the pressure to get it right may make her appear nervous. For instance, she might spend extra time choosing her words, laughing more than usual at your jokes, or even correcting herself mid-sentence. These actions, while seemingly small, indicate that she's putting a lot of thought into how she's coming across, which can create a sense of unease. 4. Balancing emotions. Having feelings for someone can lead to a whirlwind of emotions. On one hand, she may feel excited and happy to be around you. On the other, she might feel anxious about keeping those emotions hidden. This internal conflict creates a delicate balancing act that often shows up as nervousness. Imagine the energy it takes to smile naturally while worrying about whether that smile gives too much away, or trying to maintain steady eye contact without overthinking its duration. This emotional balancing act can be exhausting, and the resulting nervous behaviours, like playing with her hands, adjusting her clothing, or avoiding stillness, are often a byproduct of that effort. 5. Feeling vulnerable. For many people, having strong feelings for someone can feel like stepping out of their comfort zone. Vulnerability isn't always easy to manage, especially if she's used to being in control of her emotions. Liking someone often means letting your guard down, and that's not always a simple process. Her nervousness might stem from this sense of vulnerability. She might fidget with her phone, glance around the room, or adjust her posture frequently because she's grappling with the unfamiliar sensation of not being entirely in control of her emotions. It's not about discomfort with you, rather, it's about her navigating her own feelings, in real time, worrying about misinterpretation. Another reason for her nervousness could be a fear of being misunderstood. She might worry that her actions will be misinterpreted either as a lack of interest or as too much interest. This concern can make her overly cautious, leading to behaviours like hesitating before responding, pausing mid-sentence, or nervously laughing. This type of nervousness often stems from a desire to communicate clearly while keeping her true feelings. Under wraps, it's a tricky balance, and the effort to achieve it can make her appear more fidgety than usual.